Supers to dodge away from some of these tools. The Jace, though, I'm a little bit unsure about here. They end up going for the Cassante, who can kind of contribute in terms of this dive-focused composition of DN Supers, and that is very much what they have prescribed to, is we are going to jump onto your backliners and kill them. Good luck stopping.
There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you believe in the DN Supers? Maybe 21 games in a row is a bridge too far.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. The DN Supers fan.
Flash, so maybe if they want to make a play of this.
Yeah, this could be an opportunity here. As we see Doctom just teleported back to the lane as in they go. Owner is burning down and he's just dead. First blood goes over to life. And sometimes you'd say, oh, the support stole the kill. That's a terrible thing. I think Camille getting herself a little bit further ahead, it's probably a pretty good thing for this lane. And away from him though, wrapping around.
Or like ships in the night.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting maneuver as Owner is just going to walk on up and start the red buff. And finds Pioshik, who was lying in wait. Jonas Strong really making sure the jump scare worked out here. As, yeah, Owner, no flash, just no way to get out. He's just dead again. He's just going to dab. As Pioshik needs to hit this Vault Breaker, but he will. And down will go Owner. And he'll take the red buff as well. So, yeah, 0-2-0 for Owner's, one of Owner's best, most famous champions. As Pei's going to have to flash to get out of the way of Life's hookshot as well. So another
points in his Q and some mana behind it makes a big difference. So that early saw point, honestly, it's not like the lanes of T1 suddenly stop having the ability to get priority, but it's a lot more sustainable.
They might be a bit silly. It's still true.
They do open most games. In fact, I'd say all games on perfect game pace.
When you do spawn in, both teams are on perfect game pace. That's pretty impressive.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep. This time around, though, I mean, they're also going to get the grubs, and so we won't even need to debate whether the grubs are part of the perfect game conversation. All that thing.
Yeah, we don't have to have that discussion. That I've got that first dragon. No, got the dragon, got the grubs. Really just allows DNS to keep playing these lanes out as they are and be comfortable. Oh, they're looking for a play.
Yep, in they go. Pei's in a lot of trouble. The bouncing bomb is going to connect. It's a decent encore there, though, as now Life in a bit of trouble. And down will go Pioshik, down will go Life. There goes the perfect game and maybe the advantages that DNS had built up for themselves.
A bit of a heavy force there onto Pei's. Pei's with no flash available. They think he's an easy target to take down. But Doctam didn't have to put pressure on this dragon and equalize in terms of that and get their first neutral objective of the game. You can see Doctam trying to get some poke down.
Yeah, Minefield is something they're going to have to walk through here. As Ona even gets hit by that bouncing bomb as Closer is underneath the enemy turret. As Orcs, come on, man. Does feel like the Hex Optics build is pretty powerful. As Carrier and Ona moving up towards his top side. Charm connects onto Life, who is just dead. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing he can do about that one. Great pick here from T1. We're really coming alive here in the mid game. As Closer also in a little bit of trouble as well. Rebinds the soul as he ults away to relative safety. That was a very cute arrow.
Like he's made of paper.
Yeah. Well, flanking teleport to come through from Doran here, as we also have the Cassante making his way in. Dudu right into that front line, as that is going to be the secure on the Rift Herald. Ona gets that Crescent Guard out, as now Doctom's in trouble. Doran just dives on top of him, Life dead once again, as Doctom uses the Mega Cone in order to get himself to relative safety, but Faker is able to get over the wall and knock him down. The Dusante trying to cut up Pei's, but he gets knocked up and taken out as Faker grabs the double. Now on a killing spree here in this happy birthday game for Faker. And Closer doing the best that he can as the flash still gets him hit by the arrow, and the charm is going to come on in. Faker might be able to get another one as another Fate Sealed has to be used defensively, as Closer does get himself out at least. But Doran now going to deal with this outer turret, and wow, from a really nice looking early game to absolute obliteration from about 10 minutes onwards. T1 in full control. Owner just going to flash on top of Pioshik here. This one feels personal.
Yeah.
Afterwards, so that then he cannot be a liability, allowing Faker to make, you know, a few extra plays. As Dudu is almost dead, as Faker's just going to flash on him. Pathmaker, there's the all-out as well, as Dudu looking for the angle, and there it is, finds the Q, solo bowler onto Faker and gets the shutdown as well.
Faker chunks out Dudu, thinks I have a kill opportunity if I ult, but the minions blocking his skill shots, not allowing him to land the charm. Sets up Dudu to turn the play around.
Throws out an arrow in celebration. Sort of like fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. But it doesn't really do a whole lot of everything as in goes Life, finally presses that ulti button. Pyosik tries his hand at pressing R, but he will just be escorted to the death chamber. Pathmaker from Dudu, but he gets charmed up and Closer trying to escape. Fake is going to allow him to also via the death chamber, and they will just execute 4 people in a row.
The turnaround potential from T1 in this situation. The target goes in, they kill him, they move forward, the Ari resets, so powerful. The Encore as well from the Seraphim, the ult funneling in. I'm very safe, but just unable really to contribute much other than that ultimate he threw down. Now Pyosik's trying to get in the pit for a steal.
Yeah, he's done this before, and T1 certainly remember, but they are making sure they're keeping the lights off as there is the boop over. That was very cute from Doran to make sure that they could line that one up with the smite, make sure that Pyosik was unable to get in, and T1 will take a 21-minute Baron. That is a very young Baron.
Yeah, we've seen 1,000 Baron power play coming through, so pretty high value there.
Yeah, they've just kind of taken everything that they've wanted to take, and there hasn't been too much of a response. As now Pyosik, he has been charmed as he makes his way in, but that is still going to be the fate sealed of the GOAT in the mid lane. Closer going to be able to lock that one down. Life will die as tribute. As Doran finds it with a shock blast. Pretty cute. So a 1-for-1 trade, but probably still worth it here for DNS, as Faker worth a little bit more than Life right now, the 1-in-5 Camille. There's a nice satchel there to make sure that Ona does get himself out as the Encore flies on through, doesn't exactly find the joy onto Docked Armors. Yeah, Ona was really forcing that one, but it is actually going to work out. Megacone gets closer to safety, and T1 will just walk past DNS and take down this inhibitor turret. With Docked Arm dead, that is so much of the wave clear missing, and they should just be able to do whatever they want.
Yeah, DNS find a good pick on a Faker, but T1 really make them pay for it and find multiple kills in the aftermath. And now DNS with the base kind of in shambles. Short, but just chases down the Ziggs.
Yeah, almost was in extension range here as Life may be dead one more time. By maybe, I mean he was definitely dead, but I wanted to give him a bit of benefit of the doubt this time around. It's not really his fault, it's just kind of what it's like to be a Camille from behind. As Ona going in, there is still a turret there towards that top side. Is now Faker looking for the angle. Will help Ona grab that kill onto the Cassante. Is now Crescent Guard coming on through. Ona is so annoyed by how this early game went. It's what it looks like here as another shock blast will put down Pyosik this time. They weren't able to get in front of Closer though, so the Fate Sealed gets him back to the fountain, but Ona is still getting over there. And they do manage to at least get something done. That Mega Inferno Bomb just hitting absolutely nothing at all. As Wind becomes lightning, Ona becomes dead, but so does the Nexus. And T1 will be able to clobber them in the end. 25 minutes on the clock. And they'll get some celebratory kills before they take down this Nexus. First one since Faker turned 30 and he picks up the W.
Absolute decimation. Clean game from T1, other than a couple of picks here and there. But it just felt like DNS never really found a way to make the comp.
At least that would be my expectation.
Seems pretty expected. I do like the Renekton into these sort of dive-focused compositions, because when you're going forward, targeting the carries, the Renekton just existing can be such a problem. The amount of damage he does to anyone diving in, especially when you have champions like Akali and Nocturne who aren't the tankiest. The Dominus and just his AoE is such a problem to deal with. We've also seen, even though Nara is consistently picked into Renekton, and honestly does pretty well in terms of the game, the laning phase, we've been seeing our Renektons do better and better in the early levels and have more and more pressure, so...
They are going to be so fine moving into the later stages. The DN Supers feeling like they need to get their ducks in a row early. Let's get into it. Game number 2. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift 4, the second game of this series. The DN Supers just wanting to not lose 22 games in a row.
Yeah.
That's 21 right now.
And you know, honestly, with the matchups, obviously game one, it was
for buttons being pressed there as Paze throws a boomerang sideways and does some weird stuff as Carrier is just going to walk towards Docdom, and they're going to look for the kill, and it's just going to happen. Oh my goodness, that was the real Nico, and that was a little bit of the smoke and mirrors that Carrier is known for.
Life has heal.
Well,
Try and pick that one up for free.
Yeah, just walks on over and starts hitting it. It is a Mountain Drake, so it's going to take a bit of time. But we'll see how he is going to do, getting through that one. Dudu, yeah, throws a rock at the cannon. We'll be able to lock that one down as Closer is going to come on over and help his Nocturne out. As Life coming on in as well, but Owner is going to come down. And let's see whether this turn is going to be effective as Pyosik in a fair bit of trouble here. And that is the steal on the Dragon as well. The Pyosik took about a year to try and take down. Carrier going with some of the funny business is now Faker with a dissonance. Will be able to take down Life. And now it is 3-0. And the DN Supers haven't got anything yet.
Yeah, this one kind of... You know, credit to T1, of course, for going for this play for the punish, landing these roots, consistently landing this damage, and kind of showing why Nico was such a feared pick, and at times was getting first rotation banned.
It was something that Carrier was also at the forefront of when Nico was having a heyday.
Yeah. So, definitely playing the champion extremely well in this situation. And Doran has his flashback up after that early mishap, so... Now I'm going to look to set up a play here. Life is going to find Owner or be found himself.
Yeah, he's just going to find himself with not a whole lot of his health bar as Dudu needs to come on over and allow a battle dance, but it's not going to work. The spear just pierces through the Rakan. And Owner doesn't have Cataclysm anymore, but will be still able to get the flash out from Dudu. Now they will just reap the rewards of all of these plates. The minions will just perish as well underneath this turret. And the good news still not here. Finally, we do have Pyosik pressing that R button. We'll get the flash out from Paze, who just runs his way out of there. Curtains have been called. It's Paze just trying to get himself out. Does get the heal and avoids all of those bullets.
Yeah, able to dodge away there. Just have to burn both summoners. A while ago, they did start the game with it, but it quickly disappeared. T1 have maintained it though.
They have.
Impressively enough.
We're moving towards 10 minutes in this game as well. There has been one plate that DNS has been able to pick up. Pop Blossom on top of Docdom here. As Carrier just walking up to two people and feeling pretty happy about it.
Yeah, Docdom doesn't flash there because there's no follow-up, no one with Carrier to threaten, but nearly goes down to Carrier himself. And Carrier playing so aggressively here.
Look at him go. Oh my. If he had have stopped that recall as well, I would have called for a pause.
I would
just don't think it's very fair.
Jin has disconnected from the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now Owner try to go for this play before onto the Gnar, but found a Rakan instead. This time we'll find the Gnar.
Yep, there's the stun. Dominus comes through, and the Cataclysm, like every button's pressed and down will go. The mini Gnar, nothing that Dudu can do there. So we will have a look at Owner versus Pyosik. Yeah, Owner certainly getting a whole lot more done in this early game.
So maybe you try and kill the Sivir. But the longer you wait, the further this game is... Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Shockwave is going to get spell shielded by Pyosik, but Life is just dead. Closer looking for a bit of an angle here, but Pyosik's just looking to escape. The DN Supers just can find nothing in this game. Carrier, another phenomenal snare. There is the Twilight Shroud, so Closer will keep himself alive, but, I mean... It's defense at best. Taking down this Drake, that will be Dragon number 2 going their way. No Chemtech Soul this time around. We'll have a look at what that Soul is going to be. It's a Cloud. Heck yeah. T1, thank you very much. Always bringing the Clouds.
Cloud Soul with this composition as well is very scary.
Oh yeah. Paze was already running very, very fast, and now it is going to be even faster. Doubled. It's now 2 plates.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like 00 is 0.
Hey, that means it's also quadrupled, if that's what you want to talk about, is now in goes Closer, looking for a bit of an angle here. The all-in onto Faker, as Faker will at least flash away, and the backflip doesn't land, and Faker will stay alive. That is everything invested there for Closer.
Yes. They have the green as well, in terms of the gold they have.
Yeah,
well, looking for Faker.
They might be able to get him. No flash here on this Orianna. He was running relatively quickly, but that is the end of the perfect game, ladies and gentlemen. Closer will be able to finally find his mark as Ona just takes the Eye of the Herald and will be able to wander his way out. Doran is also going to collect an outer turret in the bottom lane. So yeah, it is kind of Faker for all of their stuff, as Ona will get exhausted, finds a Cataclysm, just puts them in the pen, and gets rid of them. Wants to be able to steal away his own blue buff. Otherwise, you can't get the extra speed.
Make sure you don't do a little hop. Don't take
no. If you got 2 feet off the ground, then you are immediately disqualified.
That's running.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Even if you're just doing it alone, you'll know that you've been disqualified, okay?
Not being true to yourself.
Exactly.
Or the sport. That
and
is how...
like, they could have used a Battle Herald, but there was just no real battle to be had. So Shelly is just going to wander down this mid lane. And we're setting up a siege with a Sivir, and it's working. As they do pilot Shelly forward. That is going to be Ona going a little deep. But there's Carrier finding the Pop Blossom into the Shockwave, and it eliminates everyone. Pyosik trying to get something done. Dudu there as well, but Closer is likely to die. Faker with a big old shield keeping himself alive, and Dudu is going to die as a result. They're going to break the base at 18.5 minutes. Oh my goodness, just give Carrier the palm.
Ona starts the fight, but Carrier just slides in and gets the Shockwave combo.
Turned it into a gun, so we just kind of know where it goes when it comes to a gun. Don't really need to talk about it as Doctorm. It's going to be heading towards the Death Chamber, perhaps, as Ona goes in once again. Life with the defense. Oh dear.
I feel like this often happens where when you're so far behind, Rakan goes in and it's like, please someone help me get out, and no one wants to walk in the air.
Nope.
So he just dies. Life.
Well, here's the re-engage. All right, Pop Blossom used defensively here, but Carrier will be taken out. The curtains have been called. The T1 are just going to wait it out, and they will lose their 3rd champion of the game. Oh, Carrier's going back to his people. He's going back to his people. Go. There we go.
Wait, he's trying to line up. He's trying to line up.
There we go.
Wait, is that
Spaghetti Code?
Is that a visual bug?
Spaghetti Code? All right, he finds the Pop Blossom onto 3. Oh no, it worked, ladies and gentlemen. He will get taken out, but still 2 on the floor here for the DN Supers as Doran dashing around like a maniac. Will get, okay, Cataclysm comes through and down will go Closer. Now will be the final kill in this fight. I cannot believe that worked.
I can just imagine the comms in that moment. Hey guys, have you seen this Grump?
Yeah,
really
Grump looks so weird, man.
Oh my god.
And we knew exactly what he was going to do. I thought that there was no chance that was going to work. As you can see, Carrier is. I think Pyosik just walked up.
Pyosik figured it out and went, wait, this is their support, and attacked it, and then they just immediately got flattened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, let's see it from Carrier's perspective. That's all right. Okay, there we go. Now gets the ward over. They see the ward go down, and at least Doctorm flashes. He's just laughing,
I just really want to know at what point they noticed.
All right. I mean, at least we do have the fun little moment in the game that it's been over for about, maybe like an hour. It's all right. Faker with the dissonance will be able to take down Dudu here. As now Closer looking for a bit of an angle. It's the Pop Blossom onto Pyosik, though, who just doesn't really have a way out. He tries to turn off the lights, but it's his lights that do go out in the end. And now we'll have T1 marching towards the enemy Nexus. Bit of fun towards the end there, but honestly, this was utter demolition. Back-to-back games here for T1, continuing their warpath here in the LCK, really tidying up the play from earlier stages. Obviously, they did lose that game against HLE, but it was pretty close. And I imagine they'll be meeting each other in the Legend group as well. Happy birthday also to Faker, who did turn 30 yesterday. We'll be able to celebrate with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, pretty crushing win from T1 in this one. No shenanigans really going on other than the little Gromp adventure we got from Carrier. Just kind of showing the form that this T1 is